This is the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 15, verse 1. Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord. Call Layla, Abanawa, Yahawadah, Bahashem, Yahawadah, Bahashem, Rakak Wadash. Double honors to the elder apostles and elder bishops of Great Millstone Union. Salutations to the Akim out there on the highways and the byways. Salutations to the hopeful elect. Salutations to you speckled birds, you Israelite foreigners. And shalom to the Akwaf, sitting and listening in silence as the scriptures say to do so. 2nd Esdras chapter 15, verse 1. Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord, Yahawadah, Bahashem, Yahawadah, man. So, that's one of the main agendas and tasks that we have to do is to declare and speak prophecy, to foretell what's going to be brought forth from and by Yahawadah, Bahashem, Yahawadah, man. And that's how you're going to be able to pinpoint and to know the true men that the Lord had locked you. That's how you're going to be able to know, to acknowledge, and to be informed in who Yahawadah, Bahashem, Yahawadah has risen and revealed his secrets to. Okay? Those men are going to be occupied in prophecy. Those men are going to declare the words of Yahawadah, Bahashem, Yahawadah to warn, to comfort, to condemn. Okay? As the Lord said, set thy face against Mount Seir, Ammon, Moab, etc. Against kingdoms. And it also states in the book of Jeremiah 28, verse 7 to 8, that the prophets of old, I don't want to write to we are those prophets of old coming back in our lots in this last hellhole, this captivity, to redo what we have been doing every single captivity, man. Okay? To comfort our people with these words, to prepare our people for what's going to be brought forth in the very near future, man. Okay, so again, 2nd Esdras 15, verse 1. Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which Yahawadah, Bahashem, Yahawadah will put in our mouths, man. Okay? And then, like the beloved elder Yashawamba said, Jake is calling, GMS mainly, newscasters. And, we are here to cast the news, man. We got the real news. We got the real deal, man. We got the cheat code, man. And again, I quoted it, so let me go ahead and grab it real quick. This is Jeremiah, while I'm at the light. Jeremiah 28, verses 7 to 8. Nevertheless, hear thou now this word that I speak into thy ears, and in the ears of all the people. So the Lord is telling us his remnant, his predestinated, to hear these words, man. Okay, he's going to speak it in your ears through his prophets, man. Okay, and we're supposed to be occupied in prophecy. Okay, to be occupied in prophecy is to have the spirit of Yahawadah HaMashiach, because Yahawadah HaMashiach prophesied. Yahawadah gave comfort. Yahawadah warned. Yahawadah condemned. Yahawadah is doing everything that the true, sincere prophets are doing right now. Lord willing, we are those lively stones, those vessels, man. Okay, and Yahawadah was, he wasn't embraced by those that the Lord, obviously didn't select to receive it. They wanted to lay hands on Yahawadah. They want to do a lot of things, man. Okay, verse 8. The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old, prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms of war and of evil and of pestilence, man. And that's what we're doing. We're back in our lots. Lord willing, again, we are those lively stones, those seers, those watchmen, those mouthpieces of Yahawadah, Bahashem, Yahawadah, man. So we're prophesying against Babylon the Great and everybody that's indulging and involved with this harlot, man. We're prophesying against our captors, our enemies, our adversaries, which is 2/3 of our people too. Okay? So we're not here to, deliver a message of comfort to the enemy and to the adversary. We're here to tell you that you're going into slavery, man. We're here to tell you that you're about to be judged. Okay, all heathen nations, man. Ain't nobody gonna look, man. Everybody's gonna be in the kingdom of heaven, but you're not gonna like your stance, your position in the kingdom of heaven, man. Period, man. You know, we gotta suck it up and take our positions in this hellhole, this nightmare. You know, Jake, man. You know, man. The Lord is showing, you know, who's weak and who's about business, man. A lot of you, and you know, I was watching the beloved Elder Karatazak by the elder of Baltimore. I was watching this video this morning going to work, and you had the BOW, the Believers of the Way, bigging up all these reprobate leaders and so-called men of Israel, man. You know, and a lot of these men, again, as I stated, they don't prophesy, man. Jake is on bullshit, man. Jake is on a lot of bullshit, man. Jake ain't warning the people. You know, you see these Israelites posting nonsense like the beloved Elder Manat Zakba did a video with these niggas posted up with the Nation of Islam, man. And then what do? They make excuses, man. Nobody's focused on prophecy. Let's grab this precept, man, before I forget. This is Sirach 39 verse 1 in the GNT. But it is different with the person who devotes himself to study the law of the Most High. And we devote ourselves, man. You know, contrary to popular belief, we don't get that much sleep. You know, we always locked in focus, man, to teach the sheep, to edify, to warn the sheep, man, to know what the hell we talking about. Because we meditate upon thy precepts, man. And amongst other things, he examines the wisdom of all the ancient writers and concerns himself with the prophecies, and that's what we do. You know, we pray to Yahawadah that St. James chapter 1 verse 5 to receive more understanding. You know, to also have that Amos chapter 3 verse 6 or 7, the Lord reveals his secrets to the prophets, man. And it also states in the book of Wisdom of Solomon that the Lord loves them that dwell with knowledge, man. And they are also the friends and prophets of Yahawadah, man. These niggas ain't the friends and prophets of Yahawadah. Again, Jake is on BS, man. Okay, everybody's taking this grace period and this truth for a joke. Okay? Period, man. Nobody's walking in fear towards Yahawadah. Nobody's really devoted, locked in. Okay? Taking everything seriously, man. Because look, man, what we're amongst right now, man, wait till the Lord, you know, turns this devil up. You know, to make him just be in the really I don't give a shit, I don't give a fuck type of mode. And Salakia for, you know, just trying to be direct. You know, for him to just start using that sword, which is the actual sword, man. You know, you can't eat. A lot of pestilence out here that the Lord put the spirit on him to create. You know, when all hell breaks loose, man, when you know, SHTF, Salakia. You know, yeah, SHTF. Y'all know what that means, when everything hit the fan, man. You know? By then, you know, hey, man, the Lord, man, everybody gonna be, because everybody's settled on their leaves, man. You know, because you haven't got judged yet. You haven't got corrected for the error of your ways, man. So again, Sirach 39 verse 1 in the GNT. But it is different with the person who devotes himself to study the law of the Most High. He examines wisdom of all the ancient writers. So we go into it, man. You know, we have not shunned to declare all the gospel. We give you the whole roll, the bitter, the sweet, the lamentations, the woes. You know, as it states and say in Ezekiel and also Revelation, that eat this roll, it shall be sweet in thy mouth, but bitter in thy belly, man. Okay? Because we got to go through hell to get to heaven, man. We got to go through a lot of trials and tribulations, man. You know, and we're here, you know, through the power and spirit words of Yahawadah to prepare our people and set them up for what the Lord is going to bring forth, man. Because we want to have that, I believe it's Psalms 94 or 91, it might be both, Salakia. And also, you know, other various precepts, man. To have favor from Yahawadah, man. Okay, I'm going to read verse 2. He memorizes the saying of famous men and is skilled interpreter of parables. Do you hear that? He memorizes the sayings of famous men. And who are the famous men? The men in our Bible, man. Okay, Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, Ezekiel, Isaiah, John the Revelator, Yahawadah, King David. The list goes on, man. Those are my real idols, man. You know what, Yahawadah Yahawadah being on top. Okay, because these are men that were, as it also states, Romans 15 verse 4, things that are written aforetime were written for what? Our learning. That we through the comfort of the scriptures might have what? Hope and have patience, you know? So we literally go through the scriptures, man, you know, and get the correct interpretation to feed the flock correctly, man, to give them what they need to have comfort, to be built up, for the word, for Yahawadah to give them the increase, man. Okay, verse 3, Sirach 39, verse 3 in the GNT. He studies the hidden meaning of proverbs and is able to discuss the obscure points of parables. Woo! He studies the hidden meaning of proverbs and is able to discuss the obscure points of parables, man. And again, those are the ones that Yahawadah is dealing with, man, because prophecy cannot be broken down unless the spirit is on you, man. Unless the Lord is dealing with you, man. You know, prime example, look at our elder apostles, elder bishops on down, man. You know, when you're able to resonate with this word and it's being taught to you, and you research it, and you make sure, because you got to be diligent and make sure that what you're being taught is correct. And when you see, you're like, damn. And then, you know, the more you read, the more you study, and let's say you read the book of Jeremiah, you read that over again. You didn't read it so many times, but every time you read it, you discover something that you didn't realize when you read it the first time. You know, that happens to me all the time. You know, I'm rereading Jeremiah, Isaiah, 2nd Esdras, Sirach, Proverbs, whatever it may be, and I'm rereading chapters, and I'm like, damn, how did I not see that the first time? How did I not see that the third or the fourth time when I read this chapter? How did I not see that? You know, the more everything is being revealed more and more, and then, you know, you're able to line up more precepts. You know, and that's the blessing that Yahawadah is going to give to his true men. Okay, his true worshipers, man. The men that are occupied in prophecy. And I also made a statement. Let me grab that real quick, because we got to grab that. Well, not a statement. Roughly paraphrase a precept. So let's grab that precept. Revelation 19, verse 10. And I fell at his feet to worship him. And he said unto me, see thou do it not. I am thy fellow servant and of thy brethren that have the testimony of Yahawadah. And we have the testimony of Yahawadah. Okay? Worship the Most High, Yahawadah, for the testimony of Yahawadah is the spirit of prophecy. So the true men that Yahawadah has ordained and risen and awoken up are going to be occupied in prophecy, breaking the scriptures down, keeping you informed. Okay, watchmen. If you want to call us news anchors, oh well, that's part of our lots, part of our calling, man. Okay, we have to prophesy, because we're literally waiting for the last prophecies to be brought forth for us to get the hell up out of here, man. But a lot of these simple Negroes are comfortable, man. Okay, this life is sweet to them because why? They're wicked. This place is vexing to us, man. And we're vexed by the filthy conversation of the wicked, man. Every single day, man. You know, we're praying for this place to be destroyed, man. But we know we have to have patience and wait. Okay, because also as stated in the scriptures, let me grab this and I'm going to close out. I think that's Sirach 36. Give me 1 second. Let me see. So Sirach 36 or Sirach 24. Let me see. Maybe Sirach 24. I can't think of it. Man, I'm tripping. No, I'm not, because actually my Bible's right here, but let me see. Let me get it out my Bible real quick. The only reason why I was using my phone is because I was driving, so I should be able to find it in my Bible. That's why I love touching paper, man, instead of the daggone phone. Khan, yep, open up right to it. Same chapter, Sirach 39. Sirach 39, verse 16. All the works of Yahawadah Yahawadah are exceeding good, and whatsoever he commandeth shall be accomplished in due season. So we have to be patient because everything is controlled, ordained, brought forth by and from Yahawadah Yahawadah. So we have to patiently suffer this hellhole. And the beloved elder in the Dallas camp yesterday when they had their live, he made an excellent point. The elder from Atlanta, I forgot the brother's name. He made an excellent point. He said the Lord it's an easy task for Yahawadah Yahawadah to send Yahawadah, but he wants us to see how bad this place has gotten, and how more worse it's going to get. Okay, so we can actually appreciate our salvation, our redemption, man. Okay, so I'm gonna leave it right there, man. I don't want to rock this out, man. I hope and I pray that this, hit the button moment was edifying, uplifting, and informative to the truth and say GMS AhMath. If they ain't talking about prophecy, if they can't break down the book of Daniel, Revelation, Isaiah, Jeremiah, etc., they not the prophets, man. Okay, if they worried about saving the heathen, they not the prophets, man. Okay, if they tell you to donate to Super Chat and always asking you to donate to they Cash App, Venmo, and all that, they are not the prophets, man. Okay, but hey, everybody has their lot, everybody has their calling. Somebody got to lead the 2/3 straight. Okay, I don't want to write this out. Love y'all. To the next one. Hey, shalom.